and make sure that the author gets proper recognition. So please definitely do that. The phone lines are open if you wanted to talk and call about any of the topics that we'll be talking about today. The phone lines are open, and the telephone number you can call in is 347-838-8053. Again, that's 347-838-8053. So definitely call us, hit the chat room, hit us on Twitter. Twitter, we're Urban Media Net or I Love Black Women. We're going to be talking about later on in the show education, and should we separate our children, boys from girls, to actually produce results and to have a good educational experience for our young people. That is our topic of the show today. But before we get to that, we're reading news from blacknews.com, and I'm not sure if many of you are familiar with the case of the young black man who was dragged to his death in Paris, Texas, but definitely want to go over this case. It's a very, very sad case, and has brought the town of Paris, Texas on the map. I first heard about this case from from Brother Jesse on Twitter. Shout out to Brother Jesse on Twitter. Thanks for giving us the information about the Paris, Texas case. And Brother Jesse is a great guy to follow on Twitter because it's at Brother Jesse. He's a reporter for Final Call newspaper and an independent blogger. And Brother Jesse keeps everything, he just keeps it real. So thanks to Brother Jesse for giving us a scoop on Paris, Texas, which is, just a horrendous case of a young black man being dragged, reminiscent of the other place, Jasper, Texas. And this young man again was dragged, and he was beheaded. They have allowed the men that are responsible for this to go free, and the town erupted in a basic small riot. Our hearts and minds go out to the young man's family that was killed. One of the things that I think Obama's election has definitely brought to the forefront is the issue of race in America and where we stand in the racial divide or the racial conversation. And as I've always said, we cannot have a conversation about race with only one race. It just is not going to work. I've uploaded to Vimeo a television series or documentary that was done in '92 called The Issue Is Race, moderated by right on the tip of my tongue. I can't believe I forgot. Goodness. Wow, I want to say Pat O'Brien, but it's not Pat O'Brien. Moderated by a talk show host. You had Sharon Pratt, the then mayor, on, Cornel West, Tony Brown from Tony Brown's Journal. You had Sister Soldier on there, and so many others. And the great conversation, way better than Black in America, because of what was talked about on this show. The conversation was had with white people about the issues that they face when they look at a black person. I like this new professor I just found because of Key Influencer on Twitter, and I like him a lot, Tim Wise. Great guy, a white guy who basically says that yes, white people need to be part of this conversation. Real, honest, candid conversation. And so that's one story from blacknews.com. There are many other stories from blacknews.com, so check out blacknews.com and let them know that you saw them or you heard them through our show. And I'm going to find some other news to bring to you guys. Another site that I use is Black News Junkie. You may not be very familiar with that site, but Black News Junkie, and that is a great resource also that you definitely want to take a look at, and basically just, you know, track, because Black News Junkie keeps you up to date and keeps you going when it comes to, in general, what black news was happening in Black America around the country, but also in general what is happening locally too. So that's why I love Black News Junkie. We are broadcasting live on Ustream. We are also broadcasting live on Blog Talk Radio. Shout out to Blog Talk Radio. Thanks for this venue. Thanks for always being available for us. And that is what we're going to be talking about tonight. Access. How do African Americans get access? How did I start this show? $29 camera, a not so great microphone that I need to upgrade. Definitely need to upgrade. Kind of a shout out to Key Influencer for his great microphone, and David Bullock. I'm sorry, Brent Leary. Brent Leary. Over at Friday Night Mix, and these are tweeters I'm talking about when I say at you person I'm talking about. And let's see, find some other news for you guys. So Black News is one website that we use. In the news, of course, there was the black family doctor who has been named Surgeon General, who then was called too fat to be a Surgeon General. Yes, CNN, a woman joked that was she too fat to be the Surgeon General. I mean, really, like really, like CNN, really, after Black in America, CNN, that's what you say. You know, it's on one hand, it's disheartening and